Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Frank. American Eagle Rises. Sunday. What is it, the 18th? 18th tomorrow, the 19th? Or is today the 19th? It's one of those damn days. We're close enough. Close enough. So how you guys Sunday doing? I am absolutely just, feels slightly better. I think because I cracked, my shoulder was just, anyway. What happens? The loveliness of becoming wiser. You know, you get a couple medals to go along. Yeah. How you guys like the Grimlock shirt? Yeah, man, I'm exhausted. Pretty much physically exhausted. And I had to get some stuff done. It's raining here in Michigan. It kind of like let up a little bit. So, but guess what? You know, there's always stuff to do on the inside of the house, and then the one thing I've been dragging my feet. I can't talk. It's a weekend, right? Made a bunch of chicken, cut it all up. I pretty much just cut it all up, and then I put it in a quote unquote frying pan. Just it's so much easier. It's more of a grill, you know. It's kind of like the George Foreman grill. Minus the little, I do have one of those. It broke though. But what was it? Like two big cartons of it. So that must have been like what? I don't know. Maybe about 12 pounds of chicken. So I mean, we're gonna have a lot of chicken. We already have a little bit left. So wanted to get all that done because what I do is I cook it, and I have these, you know, freezer containers. Put them in the fridge. At the same time, we are making it's like a lentil, but so for work I put the chicken in. I put a little bit of that with a little bit of water in at work, and it's kind of like a gravy on top of it, but it's kind of like a weird, we'll call it Indian dish. That's not necessarily Indian, but we always take things and make it to our liking. So yeah, a bunch of stuff to kind of get ready for that. Did a little, I don't want to say house cleaning. Still needs a little bit more deeper of a clean, but yes, I've been doing that. It's what, 2? Yeah, it's like 2:30, man. I don't want to do anything, man. I'm wondering if I should just go on the couch and maybe watch a movie or two and just take it easy. A part of me also wants to play a game on my computer, but so I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna do. I think maybe the TV. I haven't been in my living room in probably a month. That tells you how often. And the last time I was just watching Breaking Bad DVD, and that was a while. I don't even remember when that last time I saw that. I was like watching like every weekend, like an hour or two of it, but. So guys, yeah, you know, Yoda's taking the day off too. He's here though. He wants to say hi. But he doesn't want to show his face, so he's going to his little hut. He doesn't want to come out right now. I kind of don't blame him. It's not the greatest weather here. Did get one little item here that we'll go over. For my collector coin people. And it's actually fitting, you know, because it kind of goes with the channel. And the only thing I will say, I don't know if you guys comment below. Did you guys go look for gold, silver? I didn't, but the last couple of days, like there is so much. What do you want to call it? Like rampant speculation. It's like one of those things. It's just like, all right, well, you know. Let's hope it comes to fruition, but gold and silver got Hulk smashed on Friday. That's all I know. There'll probably be some buying on Monday. Again, this is the battle of the bulge for them. There's a lot of talk of reset, and I've heard different flavors of this reset, meaning it could be multiple commodities. Some people say it's going back to 100% Constitution, no money, which would be fine with me. Or a little bit of a mix, a hybrid. They'd be gold and silver. That's what it's backed by. They would be utilizing crypto, not the currency itself, but the blockchain-ish to track, what do they call it? Chain of custody. It's like, what is this? Like a lawyer? I don't know. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of how we get there, how long, how much crap happens in between this battle. If you guys don't recall, I don't know if you guys know your guys' history, but when the Germans launched, they called it the Ardennes offensive. And to be honest, they were trying to go for Antwerp. I believe that was a deep water harbor, because the thought was at the time, well, if you deny that harbor, that port, because it's deep water, meaning large ships of large tonnage, they can take anchor there, deliver, all the material that you need for an army. Because just because you have, say 300,000 men in the field doesn't mean anything. You need more than that to support those troops, material, all that crap. There's a logistics chain behind it. Back then, that was very, very important. So the idea was to strike hard, swift, and fast at Antwerp. So the Germans, it's debated if they should have done that or not. It's one of those, you can't go back in time. But it was actually thought up at a high level decently. They did know it was going to be a little bit of a gamble, but they also chose that time frame because it was kind of in the winter. And the one problem that the Germans had basically during 1944 and onward was they didn't, their Luftwaffe was gone. It was all gone. It was very sparingly, and it was only used, and it was very ineffective because they were just basically swarmed to death. So in the summer, without an air force, your army and tanks are just sitting ducks essentially, right? So, they did change tactics and kind of went to the hedgerows and all that. And yeah, they caused a lot of mayhem during that time, but that's why they've chose that time period, because during snow and winter, it's really hard to have air defense. So from that perspective, the tactical superiority or advantage that the Allies had would be kind of somewhat negated. But it was a very bold plan to begin with. They wanted to go to Antwerp, and they kind of had like, hey, they had to get here, all of this in a certain time frame, right? And probably they would have won if it wasn't for General Patton. He knew exactly, he knew what would eventually happen. Obviously his superiors didn't agree, and he kind of was just like, all right, well, I'm going to sort of kind of mentally prepare for this. So when the opportunity came, he did not hesitate. He did what he did best. There was a couple of choice days where ex-Bastogne, we had a couple of men that just said, fuck no, we ain't giving this up. So they stood on until Patton got there to relieve them and stop that offensive. And it's called the Battle of the Bulge because the line that created it ended up just bulging out, and they didn't break through. Hats off to an aggressive, mobile commander, Patton. Without him, we probably would be speaking God knows what. Yeah, but anyway, it wasn't easy. There was a short period of time where the Allies, the high command, thought this could definitely hamper Monty's troops, Montgomery. He was slow going, and it wasn't looking good moving. It was just sludge. But thank God Patton had other ideas. Like I said, crazy as it is, but again, Patton never lost sight. He knew in his heart we would win. Obviously, he probably had, in his alone time, in his prayer meditation thoughts, I'm pretty sure no. But the high command, the Allies would have been like, oh man, here we go. We're going to be pushed off. We would have still won World War II, or it took longer. And more, or what really the Germans were looking for was to severely hamper the Western Front allies so that they could sue for peace here and concentrate on the Eastern Front because the Russians were coming, right? So the Eastern Front was just, yeah, that was horrible on the Eastern Front. Anyway, Grimlock, approve this message. Anyway, let's just get into this because I just gave you like a 6-minute history lesson. But that's just to tell you guys that, like, even when we're about to win, man, it's crap. It's crap. It looks like we're going to lose. And don't give up spirits. I get it, guys. Like, I don't want to roll out of bed every day. It is a challenge to get out. But keep doing it. That's why we're here, guys, right? We got almost 300 videos. We've been doing this for almost a year. And we still are struggling to get 100 subs. So, yeah, this is more of a quote-unquote hobby, labor of love, and I spend way too much time for no benefit that I could probably be using to either relax more or do more, even though today I wouldn't be doing anything other than resting. So if you guys are exhausted like me, take a little time off. I don't feel guilty. I did do a lot this weekend and the week before, or during the week, I should say. You know, I'm always like go big or go home type of guy. I guess I would agree with like General Patton. But anyway, here finally the what do they call that? Like at the end, the crescendo, the climax, whatever. Climax. So guess what? Another United States Silver American Eagle has arrived, and it is the 250th anniversary naval, or I should say Navy. And this is the COA card. It was limited to one purchase per household. Oh, that was pretty bad. So what they do with these, it's a little bit limited mintage. But essentially it's the same Silver Eagle coin like I've been showing you guys before. So it is a proof. But everything about it is pretty much the same except for on the obverse, which is the front. Come on, camera. See right there above the "In God We Trust" part? That's the Navy symbol right there. Emblem. You see that? You can kind of see it there. It's really hard. I don't know if we could zoom in and it can kind of come in maybe. Come on. There we kind of see it a little better there. You can actually see the mirror finish. Look at that. You can see my camera blue light. Look at that. So, yeah, this came, guys. And the back, obviously, the reverse. It's the same. Silver American Eagle, and it's rising to make a nest. It's going to go kick some ass. And it's got the S there because this was minted in San Francisco. I think I probably told you guys that, so apologize if you guys are getting, but we're going to keep driving the point home. And again, these are more numismatic, quote-unquote, collecting. Silver Eagles are always a premium, right, with silver being over $50. Even if you get they call them bullion versions of American Eagles. God, I don't know. They're probably they're probably like 65. Here we go. We're going to go to, I use, there's a couple good websites out there. SD Bullion, they're a little bit smaller. I think JMM's actually pretty high. And then there's, what is it? Amp? Damn it. Here, we got to get I got to get my glasses on. I can't quite read all this here. Money, nope. Yeah. And I think Raymond Thoughts and Mind uses, I'm trying to remember the damn name of that. That one's they're a huge online presence. They're probably one of the bigger ones. And they're pretty easy to deal with. Oh, look at this. Yep. Let's see here. 1 ounce American Silver Eagle coin, random year. Looks like if you only buy one, it's going to cost you $60.60. So $60.60. If you buy a roll, which is 20, it'll go to $60.10 per. If you buy 500, You'll get them at 58.60. That's actually pretty good. $2 discount, but you got to buy 500. I believe that's they call them a monster box. I never bought an entire monster box, but I have those monster box containers so that I can store all my rolls in there. What I'm trying to really do is get a roll of each year of bullion. But when you get the proof ones, they're even, obviously they're more. And then on these ones here, there'll be more. Eventually, I don't know what these are selling for online. They're probably up there. But you can try to go back on the U.S. Mint if you want. I don't think so. I think the Army one was sold out right away. I think the Navy, you might, I don't know. I haven't checked. Because when I ordered it, it still was like, they released it for sale, but they waited another week before they even started shipping them. So, but they sometimes they call them like a pre-release sometimes. It's just whatever. And sometimes they sell out before they even manufacture them. So, but yeah, guys, what do you guys think? I think this was $105, something like that. So, you're paying another $40. But again, this particular one, I would say that's worth it because you're getting it, and they're only going to make this. It's 250, and they limited I think it's 100,000. So they only made 100,000 of these, which is relatively low for most. Because the Mint sells a million of these in the bullion form. The silver proof ones, maybe, it depends. They sometimes sell about 500,000. Sometimes, I don't know. It just depends on the year. This year, everything's expensive. So, yeah, that's really weird. There's a limited quantity of them, but they didn't put it on the COA, which is kind of odd. I'm still looking at it, guys. Sorry. Yeah, but it says so on the website. But I don't know why they even do that. I mean, they should have done that. But you have to be a dork like me to kind of know this stuff. So it's just like everything else. It's got the same little clamshell with the felt, we'll call it, and the eagle on the front. Real nice. Nice. So, guys, that's it. That's my video today. Yeah, dumb, boring, blah, blah, blah. Jeez, still, yeah, so my history lesson and my eagle thing was probably about, almost 12 minutes of that. So, probably more of the dumb history. But that's just to tell you guys, like, how, in the moment, during that time in 1944, the victory wasn't 100% guaranteed. They knew that they had a high chance of success. But between A and B, all sorts of weird-ass shit can happen, and obviously it did during their time, so most likely here. We'll see. We'll see how long and or short this could be. Someone said the 21st, and I don't know why people throw dates out. I don't like when people throw dates out. Let's just say imminently. That just means soon, very soon. All right. With that, if you can't do it, can't find it, or it just costs too much to get it, I get it, because premiums are probably through the roof. You saw the Silver Eagle was almost, 20% above premium or above spot, which that's almost typical. Like, it's at least 10%, even when it's a normal market. Right now, the physical is going through the roof. Everyone wants them, so the premiums go up. I'm trying to remember. I think at one time the premiums were double. So I think spot was like $25, but I think it was in I can't remember what year it was, 2021 or 2022. It was 25, so it was $50 to buy a Silver Eagle, even though silver was 25. That's and then that's kind of when I just pulled back. I was like, this is dumb. Like, I'm buying a bullion coin. I'm not even buying a collector coin. Yeah. Anyway, we found the stop button right before 20 minutes. So that's not too bad. We're let's see, 19. Oh, wow. Look at that. 36, 37, 38, 40, 41. And here we go. See ya. Bye.